Hey guys, Weston Mine Detective here, coming at you with another mine exploring video. So I figured before the sun sets, I'll show this awesome miner's cabin. So if you watched last week's video, this is the miner's cabin and also the mining site that was featured in that video. And I'm actually going to be camping in here tonight. I've got all my gear. I got my sleeping bag, camo sleeping bag, a couple of Gatorades, of course my extra pairs of clothes, trusty walking stick, and I'm probably going to be doing a fireplace somewhere over here so I don't burn down this awesome cabin. I wouldn't want to do it right there. I just find it amazing that it's completely silent out here other than the occasional bird chirping. I'm basically in total solitude out here. Probably no one around me for a couple miles. And then I seen right in front of me, I believe that's a old water pump that was used at this miner's cabin. And then right above me, there's the moon right in the middle of the screen. Wow, so this is a pretty sick find. So I seen this piece right here. I believe this is a latch. I seen that sticking out of the ground. I pulled it out and it looks like a door off of a cast iron stove. So yeah, this still moves, and it moves this up. That is amazing. Alright guys, so I figured since it's not dark outside that I would do some exploring up in these hills. See if I can't find any open holes. And just right past that yucca, it almost looked like there was a filled-in portal right over there. And I came over this way seeing that this is a pretty flat section of ground. And lo and behold, there's an ore car track sticking out right here. And then right next to the ore car track are the cross ties. There's a cross tie there, another one here, and another one there. And then right over here, there's another section of rail that pops out of the ground. Check that out, 2 sections of rail. And I'm guessing the reason why this is still here is because of this post. So this post probably was implemented to prevent this from falling down into the gulch. Let's head over this way, see if we can't find any more rail. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some more rail down there in this washed out section. Who knows if they kept going that way. Well, this is one way to enjoy the sunset on the side of a pretty precarious hill. It's actually snow on top of that mountain right there. Alright guys, so I got my bonfire going pretty good now. It's nice and crackling. And then there's a look at the cabin. Alright, so I just checked the time and it's around 9 o'clock, so I think I'm going to start heading to bed. I just put a few more timbers on there, so hopefully it lasts another hour. Got a few more over the right. And the convenient thing is, the bed frame from around 80 or 90 years ago was still inside the cabin, so I'm going to be spreading my sleeping bag across it and sleeping high and dry tonight. Don't worry, I'll put it back in the cabin when I'm done. So, see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do some epic exploring. Alright guys, so it's real early morning, right after 6 o'clock. I had a pretty good night's sleep, kind of cold. And here's a look at the terrain that I'm traversing through. Pretty substantial scree slope that I'm going to be heading up. And then there's supposed to be like a gully or canyon heading off to the left. Alright, so here's a shot of the mountain right across from me. I'm just taking a little break. There's a look down the scree slope that I just came up. And then I guess I gotta go up this side chute right here. That's way up there. Alright guys, so here is a look at what I'm going through right now. We got yucca, we got a few pine trees, and we got scree slopes. The best combo. So yeah, I'm probably close to maybe half a mile or even a mile away from the mine. So hopefully I can get to it. Alright, so here is the first signs of the mine site. And I actually see some more stacked rocks up there, just past that yucca. And this almost looks to me like some sort of box, possibly a drawer, has rivets on it, so this probably dates to the early 1900s, probably 1920 or so. Alright, so here's the first looks of the mill site. And as you can see, we got some pretty substantial stacked rocks. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am pretty out of breath. I just got done with 2 miles of hiking, and I achieved about probably 1,200 feet or so. Plus there's a whole bunch of bushwhacking as well. And right in front of me, we actually got this valve. I'm hoping this turns. Oh yeah. So after 100 years or so, that thing still turns. Awesome. And I also seen this right in front of me. This looks to me like a generator. I've seen another one just like it at another mine. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says Delco Remy. Looks like Anderson, Indiana. It's got the model number 943B, and it's also got the serial number. Looks like 361907. Made in USA. And it says electrical equipment. So yeah, I think that's a generator. It also says Delco Remy here too. There's a look under. There's a look up in there. Looks like it's still got the copper wires and everything. That's a great piece of history right there. There's a lot of cool finds to be made right below this mill site right here. So this to me looks like a cast aluminum strap side canteen. So they would have probably put water or whatever they're drinking in there, as well as alcohol. And then we got a couple of these oil cans. So I'm guessing this was their dump site. Alright guys, let's head to the mill. There's another look at the amazing craftsmanship on this stacked stone wall. So, oh, right here, we've actually got a spring. So I'm guessing this would have been on the shaker table at this mine. And, oh yes, score! Look at that! Amazing 2-stamp mill. This is the first stamp mill that I've found that's completely intact. Oh, we get a section of rail right here as well. A big gear. Looks like it's been broken. And a smaller gear here as well. Lots of bits and pieces all around. Ooh, and check this out right here. Oh, nice. We got a riveted shovel. It's got those 3 rivets in it. And it says 2 Union. Dates to the 1920s or 1930s. And then this awesome piece right here. That's an enamelware pot. If this mine wasn't as remote as it is, this would definitely be gone. Amazing. And we've got this massive flywheel. Looks like it's broken half. This was either off of a hit and miss engine or a compressor. I'd probably go for the first. It's probably off of a hit and miss engine. Now let's take a closer look at this amazing 2-stamp mill. It's about probably 15 or 20 feet high. That's amazing. And we got this wooden platform right in front of it. This might have been like a shaker table. It's got that piece of quartz still there. That would have turned. That's very interesting. So here's a closer look. So the stamps would have smashed down on that die, basically crushing the gold ore. And the cam stamp, which is right here, that would have been turned by those big wheels up there, raising the stamps and then crushing them down by way of gravity. So this is where it all happened. Amazing. And there's just so much stuff scattered all over this place. This is a pretty interesting wooden piece. Look at all this metal. So there's this concrete pad right here. This would have definitely had something. Not sure what it would have had. Look at this. Huh. It's amazing that the two-stamp mill is still intact and all this other machinery is basically broken. Oh man, look at this. You know what? I think some asshole, look at that white rope around it. No way. I think some asshole broke this thing up and took one of the wheels. What the hell? You know, I think this was still intact about 2 or 3 years ago. My God. What a shame. Look at that. I think this would have been the, I think this was a hit and miss engine. You know, maybe that other wheel over there came off of this, but I'm thinking, you know, why would they go through all that trouble to tear it apart and not take anything? Doesn't make sense to me. Looks like this would have been part of like a pulley system. Cables would have been running through here. We got 2 of them. There's riveted what looks like a water tank. Maybe it contained chemicals as well. And there's even more remains up there. Alright, so here's a never before seen look above this two-stamp mill. So right here we got 2 big metal chutes that would have transported the ore into the stamp mill, and then it would be processed. And then there's a cable running way up there. There's another one on the right of me as well. And then there's more metal and wood up there, so hopefully we can find an open hole. Alright guys, so I followed that cable going up the side of the hill, and apparently there's the portal. Score! Yeah, there we go. Oh, and look at that. That's a neat artifact right there. That looks to me like a scaling bar. So they would have used this to get under the rock and scale it out, pry it out, kind of like a pry bar almost. Alright, let's see what kind of cool stuff we can find in there. So there's a look back towards the portal and all those collapsed timbers. And this almost looks like a door. And then right up ahead we got some pretty old timbering. Looks like a barrel. Ooh, and even enamelware. What looks like a bowl. Even a strip of rail. Oh man, look at this quartz vein right up here. That thing's thick. So on the right side, I believe this is the hanging wall, and this is the foot wall. But that's an extremely nice, probably 2.5, 3 foot quartz vein. Look at that iron mineralization. They were getting some good stuff out of here, I would have to bet. There's a support timber, and this faces out, but looks like there's a raise going up there. Too bad I don't have any rope. Wow. Alright guys, just came out of the mine. Sadly, I'm gonna have to get out of here because it's gonna be at least probably 6 or 7 hours to get back to the car. I'd love to scour these hills for more mines. That was one amazing explore. I mean, obviously for me, the highlight of the day was that stamp mill. That was very cool to see. So I'll leave you guys with this beautiful view. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.